everybody, my name is David Wolf and I am the newest inducted member of the Bad Apples. And on behalf of all the Bad Apples, I want to invite you to join us May 12th through the 15th at Hodges Field for the 5th annual Bad Apples Fly-In. Now last year we broke the record for the most paramotor pilots at any paramotor event in the entire country, and this year we completely plan to break that record again. Now the purpose of this video is to give you all of the information that you're going to need to know for when you arrive at the fly-in, but also all the information you're going to need to know as a pilot at the fly-in. So in this video, before we're done, you're going to know where to go when you get there, where to check in, where you can set up your camp, where you can fly, where you can't fly, and all the other rules in between. So let's get started. Alright, so there are 20 things that you need to know. Here's number 1. When you arrive, you're going to go ahead and pull in behind the pavilion, and that's where you'll check in. At check-in, you'll get all the things that you need, including a wristband. You must wear your wristband in order to fly. Now, check-in is between 7:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. So if you arrive after 5 o'clock, you're not going to be able to fly until the next day. Number 2, at check-in you will pay for all the days you'll be camping at Hodges Field, which is $10 per night or $20 per night if you're hooking up to electricity, if that is still available when you get there. Also, you will pay $60 for every pilot flying. T-shirts commemorating the event will be for sale for $15 for short sleeves, $20 for long sleeves, and $2 more for extra large, and so on. This year we will only be accepting cash, no credit cards, so please plan accordingly and bring your cash with you. Once you are checked in, you can proceed to the campsite to set up. Please be aware that the area just east of the pavilion is reserved for the Bad Apples and vendors only. If you arrive earlier than Thursday and set up in this area, you will be asked to relocate to another area of the field. Also, Miss Katie is going to be joining us as well. If you've been here before at Bad Apples, you know Miss Katie makes some of the best southern cooking around, so bring your cash with you. Number 3, as I said before, you're going to get a wristband at check-in. You are required to wear this wristband the entire time you're here. That signifies that you are a paid pilot. You are allowed to go out beyond the flight line. If you don't have a wristband, you will not be allowed to fly. You will also get a second wristband. That wristband you're going to put on your tent or your trailer. That shows us that you have paid for your camping. Number 4, there are 4 bathrooms at Hodges Field. They all have showers, they're all kept clean, and we're going to ask your help to keep them clean as well. Whenever you go into the bathroom, just clean up after yourself and everybody will have a nice clean bathroom to use. In addition to that, we will have some porta potties spread throughout the field as well. Number 5, we are so lucky and blessed to be at Hodges Field. If you've never flown at Hodges Field, imagine taking off from a beautifully kept putting green. That's Hodges Field. So it goes without saying we want to take good care of this place. Make sure you're not throwing any trash out onto the grass, even a cigarette butt. If someone sees you throwing a cigarette butt out onto the field, you're going to be asked to leave, no questions asked. Number 6, we love seeing all the furry friends, the 4-legged animals. I'm talking about the dogs. It's fun to see the dogs at a fly-in, but we want to make sure that they're kept safe too, so please make sure you keep your dog on a leash, especially when there are people out there flying beyond the flight line. Also, make sure you clean it up after the dog. Let's not leave any puddles. Go back to number 5. We're keeping this place pristine and clean for everybody. Number 7 is a pretty much standard rule in any fly-in. Launch and leave. Don't sit around the field doing acro. Nobody really cares. There is going to be a lot of pilots and we need to make sure that everybody spreads out and gets away as quickly as possible. Launch and leave. Number 8. If you bring a drone, do not bring it out when people are flying. Absolutely no drones when there are paramotor pilots in the air. If you want to take a shot when people are not flying, of the crowd, of the whole field, go for it. But there is no drone shot and there is no video worth losing a pilot over or seeing somebody get injured. No drones when paramotors are out. Number 9, Hodges Field has a great pond that people love to go foot dragging on, and it's welcome there. You can go foot dragging. But 2 things about the foot dragging. Number 1, make sure you go in the direction that everybody's going, and if you're not sure, the air boss will let you know which direction. Even if you are the most skilled pilot, like this guy right here, please make sure that you are not making U-turns and figure eights. Just go in the direction. There's going to be a lot of new pilots, all different skill level pilots. Please just go in the one direction and leave the area, or come back and round and do it again, but don't make figure eights. And speaking of skill set, know your skill set. don't be doing foot drags on the water if you're like this guy here and maybe you're not the best at it, because one thing for sure will happen if you go in, you'll get pulled out, but a lot of people are going to be laughing at you. That goes without saying. Number 10, the flight line will clearly be marked with yellow caution tape. Only pilots are allowed to go beyond the yellow caution tape during the time of flying. There's going to be a lot of dogs and there's going to be a lot of kids. So with that being said, we want to make sure that nobody is starting their motors over by their campers. Take your motor, go out on the other side of the flight line, and then start your motor there. Number 11 is really more so about etiquette at a fly-in. Take your stuff and go out onto the field. Don't just lay out your wing, come back to your campsite, spend 20 minutes there, grab your motor, and then go out. If you can, try to take everything with you. Throw your motor on your back, hold your glider in front of you, and walk out to the field. Lay it out, start your motor, warm it up, do whatever you need to, and then take off. We don't want a lot of people standing around just taking up space. There's going to be pilots trying to find a place to come in and land safely, and there's going to be other pilots that are trying to launch as well. So please, as quickly as you can, as safely as you can, bring your stuff out onto the field and launch and leave. Number 12, keep your head on a swivel. That goes without saying when you're flying, but on the ground, and especially on a flying that's going to be as congested as this one, you need to watch of what's going on around you. Remember, the pilot that's landing has the right of way, not the pilot that is launching. Number 13, remember, this is still an active runway. There are still planes that are landing and taking off. So if someone tells you to clear the field, even if you have all your stuff laid out, clear the field. So number 14 is where to fly and where not to fly. There is some amazing, beautiful areas to fly out at Hodges Field, like the Rock Quarry, one of my favorite places to fly in the country that I have been to at least. So a couple places you shouldn't fly. There is the Jimmy Carter Airport. Obviously you don't want to fly over there. There is the prison. Yeah, you definitely don't want to fly over there or else, well, let's put it this way. If you land in the prison, you're on your own.
I want to go home. I want my mother.
The Andersonville Cemetery is actually a national park, so if you're gonna fly there, please not only fly away from it, but stay at least 500 feet away from it as well. And other than that, I think it's pretty much game on. Go wherever you want. Enjoy. Number 15, obviously we are following the rules of FAR 103. Please do not harass any people, do not fly over houses, and do not harass any wildlife as well. Number 16, there are power lines on the west end of the field. Last year we had a little incident. It looked something like this. You don't want to be this guy. Please be aware where the power lines are. It's the only power lines near the field. Number 17, we have a medical staff on site the entire time of the fly-in. So if there's an incident at the field and you are there first, when that medical staff arrives, please back off, let them do their thing. If they need help, they will ask you, but other than that, please give them space and let them do what they need to do and what they're there for. Number 18 is near and dear to my heart. Last year, we raised a lot of money for Resurgence PPG. Resurgence PPG is a 501c3. We raised money to help adaptive veterans to learn how to fly, and it is an amazing organization. A lot of our Resurgence alumni were there last year, and it was great to spend time with them. And so we're going to be doing the same thing again. We're going to be having an auction on Saturday night. A lot of great people are donating some great prizes. Again, bring some cash for that. You're not going to want to miss that as well. I'll go through all the rules Saturday night of how that auction is going to work. We don't need to do that now, but just know that we're real appreciative of everything that our guys that have gone through the program of Resurgence have done for our country, and it's a great opportunity for us to give back. Number 19, very simply, BBAD. If you don't know what that means, ask somebody. And number 20, have a great time. Make great decisions. Don't wear a coconut bra. People will always remember that and it'll be held over your head forever. But really, have a great time. What I'd like you to do now is to share this video with anybody that you think will be coming to the flying or is interested in coming to the flying so that they have all the information. And leave a comment below. This is going to be the 5th year for the Bad Apples Flying. Let us know how many years have you been coming and what's been one of your favorite memories of the flying. Can't wait to see everybody May 12th through the 15th.